Our officers will provide you with brief remarks today on issues highlighting parts of our legislative agenda and ways that the General Assembly and administration can support municipalities. Mayor Inman.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mike Inman. I'm the mayor of Macomb, and I'm current president of the Illinois Municipal League. As mayors, we all face unique challenges because no two municipalities are exactly the same. We come together today, however, with solutions for challenges that we all face in Illinois. The Moving Cities Forward platform will allow us to solve problems with our individual communities in mind. The number one issue for municipalities across this state is the long-term cost of the state's more than 650 downstate public safety pension funds. IML has put forward 7 proposals that achieve varying levels of reform and consolidation to not only provide critical relief to taxpayers, but also ensure that those who have earned those pensions are able to receive the pensions upon their retirement. By eliminating the redundant administrative costs and expanding our pension funds investment portfolios, we can see better returns on taxpayers' investments and more stable pension fund for our public safety employees. Progress is being made, and we want to thank Governor Pritzker for his formation of a task force on the feasibility of consolidating pension systems statewide. IML is encouraged by this step and is looking forward to working cooperatively and constructively as a partner in that effort. I would like to now introduce the mayor of North Chicago, Mayor Rockingham, who will speak to the importance of protecting communities' revenue streams. Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor Inman. Good morning. My name is Leon Rockingham, Jr. I'm the mayor of the city of North Chicago and first vice president of the Illinois Municipal League. The financial well-being of our cities is crucial with the state economy as a whole. One element of our Moving Cities Forward platform is returning the local share of state income tax to its original 10% level. Local government distributive funds, LGDF, invest in critical services that municipalities provide on a daily basis. From the adoption of the 1970 state constitution until 2011, municipalities and other local governments received 10% of all income tax collected by the state. Since 2011, the state has continually reduced the amount local governments receive. This current fiscal year, the state is only distributing 5.75% of the state's individual income tax collections and only 6.5% of corporate state income tax to local governments. These revenue reductions, coupled with increasing unfunded mandates, has only added to the financial constraints municipalities face. Lawmakers in both houses and both parties has proposed legislation to return the local share of state income tax to the original 10%. Returning the original level will better equip municipalities to provide the health, safety, and welfare of our residents. Thank you. I will return it to Brad Cole.
Thanks, Mayor. As municipal officials, the Illinois Municipal League collaborates with state lawmakers on a daily basis to find solutions that will strengthen our cities, villages, and towns. A partnership of state and local officials can lead to great results for all Illinoisans, and that partnership must include a financially responsible infrastructure plan. To attract and retain businesses, which in turn create jobs and improve our economy, Illinois needs a strong and stable infrastructure. The Federal Highway Administration ranked more than 2,000 of Illinois' bridges as structurally deficient, and the American Society of Civil Engineers infrastructure report gave Illinois a C- grade. We owe it to the residents of Illinois to invest in past due repairs and to make our state a safe place to live, work, and learn. By investing in our state's infrastructure now, we can start to reverse the neglect caused by underfunding. New investments in our roads, bridges, and transportation assets are long overdue. Municipalities are prepared to partner with our state legislature and the governor to put together an infrastructure plan that benefits not only our cities, but the state as a whole. These are the issues that comprise our Moving Cities Forward agenda. You have packets of information available to you, and we'd be glad to take any questions that you may have.
How did you do on last year's list of priorities?
Well, we're still working on a few of them because some of them are major issues, like Mayor Inman talked about public safety pension fund reform. As you'll recall, this has been a topic that we've addressed for the last several years. And we applaud the governor for agreeing that there needs to be something done and to looking at IML's proposed solutions as a way to get there. The proposal to consolidate the more than 653 downstate public safety pension funds has been generally endorsed by the governor by naming this task force. And so our work in some of these areas continues, but we're hopeful that this year we may see some progress.
Is the idea to have just one fund, or would there be several depending on the size of them, or what is your proposal?
We have 7 different proposals that spread the breadth of any possibility. So creating just one for all of the 653, creating one that would only invest the funds and still allowing for the local boards, or creating one each for police and firefighters, or just addressing some of the reform issues that are needed within the current system. So I think we'll see what comes out of the discussions, and we're hopeful that that we will have some hearings this month in both the House and the Senate on this topic. But the end result could be any number or any combination of what we've proposed so far. The real issue is that we have to see reform now. We can't continue to wait, and the proposals are on the table. Our willingness is evident, and we're excited that the governor and other folks seem to be in agreement with that.
How does this ease financial pressure on cities if you could get this consolidation done?
And we have mayors that are all paying for those costs right now through their budgets. The simple answer to that question is that if we can reduce the immediate burden on municipalities, then it has an impact on the rest of the city budget. So if we want real meaningful property tax reform in this state, then we have to have meaningful pension reform in this state. If we can create savings where municipalities have stability in the funding of their pension funds, then they won't always be going back to the taxpayers to see increases covered by additional revenues. That's the easiest answer.
On the LGDF, you want them to restore it to 10%, and I'd like to be taller. What are the chances that the LGDF could be restored to 10%? Just because, state, please give us back that money.
Well, outside of platform shoes, I think we have an opportunity to make the case that as more unfunded mandates are being put forth and pushed down to local governments, more restrictions, and if we're able to resolve some of these issues with pensions, that the basic services that are being provided by municipalities are much more and much greater than they used to be. And so we have legislative leaders that have filed legislation to push that funding back to its historical level. I think as we see some of the proposals coming out of the administration on changes to the tax system, we may have an opportunity to see some result that benefits LGDF.
It's almost like you're saying this change of governors we've had this year could be a good thing.
Well, we are excited about the fact that we have a new opportunity to work with the administration. We have a new General Assembly, and they're definitely taking a different look at things. We have historically had support in the Democrat-controlled General Assembly for LGDF, and so we're excited about that as a possibility to seeing more funds come through that mechanism.
On the capital bill, what in particular are cities looking for in that plan?
And I might defer to some of our mayors up here that can talk about that specifically, but generally we are looking for funding of both infrastructure, transportation, water, sewer, even vertical projects that can support communities. So this could be investments in roads and bridges, water, sewer treatment plants, maybe even construction of community centers, public safety facilities, hospitals, any number of things. But I'd like to, maybe Mayor Coleman, would you like to say something, and maybe any of the other mayors?
Certainly, and we are we're looking for assistance, especially in the area of infrastructure. we're a community that survives off of flood walls, levees, and pumps. And our pump situation, the pumps have been in-house for over 50 years. And we have been and still continue to be in search of funding for new pumps. We have one pump station. All of the 5 pumps are not working, so we've had assistance from IEMA as well as FEMA bringing in temporary pumps. So infrastructure funding is definitely a resource that we need there in the city of Cairo.
Well, I just add that we talked specifically in Macomb about wastewater treatment plants and water purification. As many of you have reported over the last several years, those are very important public safety concerns that we as municipalities are charged with maintaining. And I would add that the state recently celebrated its 200th anniversary, and we're communities where infrastructure is aged, and in spite of our best efforts to maintain those as we go, we've been challenged by additional Environmental Protection Agency, both at the federal and state level, requirements that are causing us to incur more costs. And we would appreciate the fact that as we strive to meet those new mandates, that some dollars come along to help make that happen, quite simply.
In the city of North Chicago, we have our own water plant. And naturally, that plant is many years old, probably close to 65 years old. The plant needs to be upgraded. Also, in the city of North Chicago, we're working to try to get a water tower in place to make sure that the pressure throughout our community and those that we are selling water out to, the pressure stays equal. So, if we were able to have a capital bill, those type of projects would be, funded to the city of North Chicago.
If I could just maybe, he touched on a new water tower. For example, in Macomb, 2 years ago, we rehabbed a $1 million gallon large tower. Not to build that, but just to repaint it and maintain it, $1.2 million. Those are the kinds of projects that we are tasked with doing, and they become increasingly more expensive every year.
An off-topic question for the mayor of Macomb.
Sure.
What is your response to the layoffs at WIU?
Well, obviously, anytime we're experiencing layoffs in a community, we're concerned. We're concerned about those individuals and those families that are dealing with those hardships. We continue to work collaboratively with the administration at the university to minimize their challenges. Quite honestly, we'll be speaking with Governor Pritzker about those when we have a chance to meet with him later this week. We would like to see what he may have in store. We're appreciative of the fact that his budget currently calls for a $55 million increase in operating funds for higher education across the state. Western struggling like many other directional universities, public institutions in Illinois. I would tell you that the city of Macomb has a long standing relationship, obviously, with the university. It's our largest employer. It's the largest employer in the region. So anytime they're struggling, we feel the effects. We'll not remain silent, and we'll continue to be advocates for them here in Springfield.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Illinois Channel. You may also wish to follow us online, where you are free to make comments or program suggestions. Get our breaking news updates on Twitter, where you can find us at Illinois Channel. You can find our past programming on YouTube at youtube.com/Illinois Channel TV. Or you can go to the Illinois Channel website at illinoischannel.org. There you can find not only our current video stories and programs, but also our library of past programs, as well as articles that provide additional information about Illinois issues and individuals. The Illinois Channel, keeping you connected to your state, your issues, your home.